The golden theory: there never has to be another fight, argument, or war ever again. Love conquers all. Every single one of us, from the second we're born to the moment we die, is always doing, saying, and thinking what we think is the right thing. Not necessarily from a legal point of view or from a moral point of view, but from our own individual point of view, always doing, saying, and thinking what we think is right. Otherwise, we would do something else. If I thought the right thing to do is to clap my hands, and the wrong thing to do is to snap my fingers, I'm going to clap my hands. If you're 3 years old and your mom says, "Don't take a cookie from the cookie jar," you know you're not supposed to. Your mom just said so. Your dad would agree. But you think to yourself, if I'm fast enough, I can get a bite out of that cookie before they send me to my room. And you go take a cookie from the cookie jar. Then you're 30 years old now, and you think to yourself, I'm going to rob that bank. You know it's not the right thing to do. Morally, legally, your parents would agree. But if you get away with that, you'll be able to feed your family, take care of your finances, and be more secure. So you rob the bank. I was dealing at a casino, and one of my players told me about him being in the army one time and holding his gun, his rifle, with his back to the enemy, shaking, nervous for his life, knowing that what he was doing was right for himself and for his country and for his God. At the same time, in the turret at the other side, holding a rifle and shaking himself, knowing that what he was doing was right for himself, his family, country, and God. Aiming their guns at each other. What we need to do is, instead of fighting and arguing, you disagree. Disagreeing is alright. Oh, here we go again. This is my partner, Christopher.
Hi, we're trying to find some place to stay over, like sleep, or not sleep, or just like smoke and not do the sex thing, because it's just a joke for us, because we actually care about each other. And no, that's a serious thing, but because we don't want to be doing this all the time. So I'm going to message our friend Michael.
Christopher knows that I have ADHD and knows that I've just totally lost my train of thought, which is really funny, but he's still cute, so I'll allow it.
He's being 100% honest right now. Don't know.
So, everyone always doing, saying, thinking what we think is right. And instead, what you need to do is not fight or argue, but you disagree. You should disagree. We're all different. Some of us white, black, red all over. Some are young, old, religious, not. Some male, female. Some 7-year-old girls in Lima, Peru. Some 80-year-old orange-faced, orange-haired guys running our country.
Your husband?
It's probably, if I continue on with this, it might not help my husband. I'm getting near the end though.
Because this is not the video recorded.
And so,
By the way. No, it's not. I swear to God.
we should disagree. We've got different upbringings, different points of view. That's what you do. You talk, you learn, you listen. You get it out of your own head into the perspective of the other.
You're using again.
Be humble and listen. Be willing to be wrong, and maybe the other person has some ideas that you never could have had because they have a different upbringing. Listen and learn and take some of their ideas to be your own and vice versa. Enlighten. Works for 2 people just the same as it works for 3, just a little more talking, a little more learning, listening, and enlightening. As for 5 people, 10, 100, 1,000, country versus country. Every country has always done what it thinks is right from its point of view. Not from a necessarily legal or moral standpoint, but since 1776, going to wars that we probably shouldn't have been in. Get yourself out of your head into the perspective of the other country or countries. Realize that some of their ideas might be better than your own. Be humble, listen, learn, talk, enlighten. Instead of fighting and arguing and going to war, there never has to be that ever again. Love conquers all.